That's good. Thank you.
Okay, so.
Yep.
Ron.
Okay, now mine.
Yep.
Morning, everyone. I'd like to say thank you for joining us this morning. We scheduled a meeting, the special meeting for today. Mostly for in part of our grant that we're submitting here tonight. It's a $4 million homeless grant that we're applying for. So we had to schedule a meeting because they needed a resolution with this grant. So, but we'll do some other business, some approving some, excuse me, some signature requests, and also we might add a few other things. But first of all, Sammy Goodwin, and thank you for joining us. First of all, we'll call the meeting to order. It is 11:13 a.m. Secretary Treasurer, LaRock, do you want to do a roll call, please?
District 1.
Here.
District 2.
Here.
District 3.
Here.
And I'm here, Chairman.
We have a quorum, Miigwech, thank you. Next up is a review and approve of the agenda. Any additions or deletions? I know that we have a couple additions, so I'd like to hear them now, please.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to add to new business. I have some two election items that I want to add to new business. So, and I'll address them when I get to new business.
2 items, okay.
2 items. Yeah.
Anything else?
And then I have the addition of 3 letters to designate Lori Thompson as the authorized representative to some absentee voting locations in the 3 counties, and this would be for the November election.
That'd be under new business too?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Mr. Chairman, this is a District 2 representative. I'd like to add a request. I got a request from the Indigenous Food Labs to purchase 300 pounds of wild rice for $16 a pound. I'd like to add that on the agenda for discussion and approval.
Okay, yeah, under new business, okay. Who's yeah, because I know that I was talking to Dusty yesterday, but we could talk about it when we get there, okay? Miigwech, that we do have some, they want to pick a whole bunch of that, what's that broken rice called?
It's on.
Yeah, they got a bunch back from Mille Lacs, and it'd be nice to give them like a discount on that because we're gonna have so much abundance of it. Because they're just gonna make soup with it and add it to their food, ain't they, Eugene? I mean, they can look at it. We could talk about that, but that's good.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk to it when we get there. Yeah.
Anything else, council? Okay, here none. I'd like to ask a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Henry,
Second.
second by Mike. Second by Mike. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. There's no meeting minutes. No old business. Next up is the election with Michael LaRock to talk about. So first one is what, Mike? What's number 1?
Number 1 would be the employee one. I don't have a copy of that one though. I think for the employee one. It has come to our attention that there's basically there's been some issues and some challenges with employees at RBC here that are I'm just going to say it's political activity. It's a memo. It's reminding the employees. Excuse me. This authorizes us to give Lori York, the executive director, to get this memo out to all directors and all employees. I'm going to read it really quick. So it's just political activity. The White Earth Tribal Council encourages employees to exercise their right of citizenship by participating in tribal elections. However, the policy manual provides a guide for employees to follow. Policy number 102, Code of Ethics, states company materials, property, and equipment are not to be used for personal gain, nor for any purposes other than those approved by management. In a situation that is unclear, the employee should consult with their direct supervisor for guidance. Policy number 109, political activity, states RBC property, information systems, and electronic devices belong to RBC are not authorized for personal business election activities. Campaigning during work hours is not authorized. Any employee that violates any policy of the manual may be subject to disciplinary action as outlined in policy 302 disciplinary standards. If you have any questions concerning this memo, please contact Melinda Iverson, Human Services Director. I'd be looking for a consensus, or I don't know if we need a motion to be able to have authorized Lori to send this out to all the directors and employees.
Andrea, since policy, do you think we have to have?
I'm just reminding them of the policy.
I think we just send it out to the employees.
Okay.
Everyone email, I think.
Okay. Is everyone okay with that?
Also,
good
Eugene,
with it.
Yes,
I'm good with it.
okay, what's part 2 then?
Part 2 is for the tribal council. The Whiter Tribal Council, in absence of any written guidelines, agrees to the following until such guidelines of our formal code of ethics is approved. Number 1, refrain from using any company property or equipment for preparing election materials on an individual candidate's behalf. Refrain from campaigning or preparing election materials while in office. Refrain from requesting any government staff member while that staff member is at work to assist in preparation of campaign or election materials. Refrain from directing a governmental staff member to assist with campaigning or preparing election material. This does not prohibit a staff member from volunteering to assist with these activities, so long as they are activities occurred when the staff member is not at work. I'd be looking for, I got a copy for each one of the tribal council member. I'd be looking for signatures that we would abide by this memo. So, and I'm going to sign mine right now. So.
Need action.
That would take me.
I'll sign mine on Monday, Mike.
Okay.
Okay, so we need a motion?
You can sign one.
Okay, motion to approve the ethical, this, what is it called?
It's the code, it's the formal code of ethics on election.
Approve the formal code of ethics
On election.
on election
How'd you say it?
memo or
Election. Yeah.
anyone motioning?
Been run past legal already?
Yes,
I
they approved it. Legal
have a
approved it.
question. Does that also mean mailing stuff to the office that pertains to your campaign?
What do you mean?
Using our mailing address for your campaign stuff. I think that should be added too, because I don't think anybody should be mailing their personal campaign stuff to the office.
That would cover it though, right?
I would think so. I guess is there like a scenario in which that would happen?
I know the
Yes, it has
Anishinaabe.
been happening.
You can't use like PO Box 418 or what's the address for Maria? 36?
418 and 3550.
Mhm.
Yeah, 3500 Eagle Road. We can't use those addresses for
So-
anyone campaigning can't have
Yeah.
something mailed to any of our offices. or
Okay.
any of our-
Like Rice Lake office, Nadawash office too. I mean, you're saying to mail it here, you can't mail it here.
Yeah, that would seem appropriate to not mail it to government locations.
So do you wanna-
I can give an example of when that
Okay.
happens, and it could probably happen not on purpose, but sometimes when candidates get like the Anishinaabe Today mailing list, everywhere that's mailed, including all government offices, it's just one big list. It's not, I think it's in alphabetical order, but it's not, it's just totally
Oh, you
random.
mean
It's
the
not.
brochures and stuff, because I just get a list from Gary.
Mhm.
Everyone Gary puts out, that's where I mail it to. So it goes to our what do you call it? Our
Mass mailing list.
master mailing list that Gary sends out us to candidates. So
Mhm.
it's not filtered through us. Gary's the one that gives it to us, and I just use it as a main mailer. I think we all do that, but I'm not sure how.
Annie, are you talking about mailing stuff directly to
Like
our offices?
pamphlets or anything like that, brochures or anything like that shouldn't be mailed to our workplace, I don't think.
Well, you're going to have Gary probably have to pick those out then, or ever who's gets that master
Well,
mail.
I think Gary is okay because we deliver that to him when he requests it.
Mhm.
Because that's the list that we get, or I got from him, all the candidates that are in this election.
Right, but I
Yeah.
mean, like, if you're ordering anything like brochures or anything and you're having them sent to the office, that shouldn't be.
No, you can't
done.
have
I
that.
mean,
No,
we
no,
all
we
got
can't
our
do
own,
that.
we all got our own mailing address and
Yeah.
stuff, so me go ahead.
You want to add that to it or you, or sweet,
I mean, you can do a motion,
with
Change it.
corrections?
yeah, with the amendment of whatever the exact language you want it to be.
And you can come up with that language, yeah?
Well, it should be in the policy too.
Mhm.
Okay, well,
I'll
Can
make
I
a
get
motion.
clarification on that? So I guess I'm missing. So Annie, can you clarify? Do you mean like if folks are getting like brochures, like
Like if we're
like
at the
1,000 brochures, and they, instead of getting it mailed to their house, they get it mailed to the office? Is that what you're talking about, or do you
Yes.
mean like
Yes,
a mailing list?
stuff like
Oh, okay.
that.
Yeah, absolutely not.
All
I
right.
think we should. Yeah,
Here.
yeah, I agree
me
with
go
that.
ahead.
I'll motion with the corrections. We can have that ready on,
retract that whole motion then, huh?
and no one ever motioned.
You didn't pass it, so I
Oh, we
think
didn't
it
pass
died.
No, you never. No.
Okay, so, motion to approve the code of ethics, what's it called again?
It's a formal code of ethics
Formal code of ethics agreement with the changes.
with the changes.
Motion by you?
Yeah, motion by Mike.
Motion by Mike, second by Henry. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna be silent. Just because I haven't read it.
Okay. Motion carries. Be good. Okay, next up is Andrea with,
To you.
Dear Henry. Eugene,
What was that?
did you hear Henry?
hey,
Nope, I did not.
Okay.
um,
Okay, so then the item that I had requested to be added essentially would designate Lori Thompson as the authorized representative in coordinating with Monoman, Clearwater, and Becker counties for setting up a temporary absentee voting location. And these locations was previously discussed with the RBC and so essentially just looking for approval for the chairman to sign off on this for those locations and to designate Lori Thompson. So there's not confusion as to who the county should be contacting and working with.
And for the record, those locations would be in Natoash Fire Hall, Rice Lake Community Center, and White Earth Fire Hall. Those are the three locations.
Correct. And this is also to clarify for the November election.
Yes. Okay.
questions, concerns, council? Motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Henry,
I'll second.
second by Annie, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. Next up is the request for Eugene to sell rice to. But,
Don't put it like that, Chairman. Okay?
Eugene.
but I
I
mean,
could,
Eugene, do you think we should,
yeah, I
we
can
should bring it to the debrief and get more information on it? So maybe the clarification of like the products that we're selling, and is it I'm trying to be like strategic about this.
Yeah,
Is
Mr. Chairman, if I may, it's, I brought this to the council's attention maybe 2 months ago, and they're ready to buy now, and I really don't feel I really wouldn't want to do that, keep them waiting. And I know that we have plenty of rice right now, and we're approaching the harvest season. I think the 300 pounds they're interested in right now is 300 pounds of just hand harvested White Earth wild rice. But then they're all, like you said, that they're also interested in the Mazan, but at this time they're just going to go with the first order of rice. So the reason they want us to be their vendor is because they have probably several different vendors that to get that 300-pound order, they have to go through quite a few people, and the quality of the rice varies. So they're looking for a supplier that can supply them with a high quality rice every time they order. And then they're also interested in making products out of the Mazan, whether that be like wild rice flour, pancake mix, anything like that. And they'll be using this wild rice in their restaurants. So they got the Owamni restaurant, the Indigenous Food Lab, And then at the Indian Center, they're opening, or no, that wouldn't be a part of them, but I know the Indian Center, that new restaurant they have in there, The Gathering, they're also interested in purchasing rice from us. But I think it's going to be a good move because, I mean, those are like well-renowned restaurants, and right now they're selling patty rice. So if we can get our rice in there, I think it'd be good publicity for the tribe and just good for everybody. Win-win.
Mhm.
I would, I would motion with, Eugene, you said, what's the name? Ken's working on a contract? Ken Fox?
So I know when I approached the council, they said that they wanted a proposal, a formal
Yes.
proposal, and I was in contact with the Indigenous Food Lab maybe 2 days ago, and we're to move forward, we need to get set up as a vendor, and so I asked finance to assist with that, and they're working on that, and then Ken's request, his formal request, we can definitely wait for it, but like I said, it's going to be 300 pounds of wild rice at $16 a pound. But if you guys want to wait for the formal proposal from Ken, we could do that too.
And then we can address it at the quarterly meeting on Friday. I'll retract my motion.
Okay. All right, thank you, Eugene McWitch. Anything else? No, what's the consent agenda?
Right in the back there.
Mine's written on a little bit, but
All right, we have a short consent agenda. We have for education, we have Great Start Compensation Support Payment Grant Application. Finance, we have HUD Indian Housing Grant Application. Housing HUD Request for Release of Funds. Human Services, we have Terrell Business Certificate for LLC. We have FHPAP Tribal Set Aside Resolution. Natural Resources, we have letter from Minnesota DNR Commissioner. Native American Agricultural Fund and resolution. For Public Works, we have FTA 2024 appropriations of $788,000. Ratification, we have letter of support of funding in relation to 9-county region of hub and spoke system. Letter of support from Becker County Recycling MPCA grant application. We have a letter to Secretary Tom Vilsack of the USDA. Jack Hallman's Acute Care notice of award and resolution. Performance progress and monitoring report. We have a DOVE program, DVW, rural domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, and unstalking program and resolution. And they have WDOT, which is White Earth Department of Transportation, Highway 113 sole source contract. This one, anything in there? No. Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Mike.
Second.
Second by Henry. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'm gonna stay silent on this one because there's a couple in there that I don't agree with.
Okay, silent
Well,
motion.
Eugene, you gotta bring it up. Don't
going
he?
for discussion.
I did
Yeah.
bring it up and I did bring it up and then it was the body of the council's decision to move forward with it. So, but I just wanted to reflect my vote as a silent.
Motion carries. Anything else on the agenda? Were you missing anything, guys? Okay, motion to adjourn, and thank you everyone for being on watching us today and being part of our tribal government at work and action. So thank you. Have a great weekend. I'll see you at Bemidji State Powwow. Bump them in.
Yep.
The good.
Mhm.
Motion to
Close.
Adjourn. Motion.
motion by Mike, second by Henry. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried.
Aye.
Thank you.
Yep.
You go up a bit. The good.